Up. Okay, ready? Queer Eye is a show about taking care of yourself, self-love, and enhancing your life.
In the show, 5 fabulous queer people step into a person's life for a week and transform their environment, and usually their outlook on life too.
The Fab Five couldn't make it, so we decided to give ourselves a Queer Eye DIY, putting thought and money into making our life more fabulous.
COVID-19 made us pivot from traveling full-time to being homebound, so we thought it was the perfect time for a makeover.
Hope you love following along. Week number 1, we're doing grooming. That's Jonathan Van Ness, so let's see what we can do to upgrade our hair, skin, mostly, right? And?
Makeup. We do this most days,
This is our normal routine.
and then we're just like, what if we set the camera up?
Everybody knows the first step to good grooming is a good haircut, so let's go give this bad boy a trim, see how it looks. When I say bad boy, I mean the hair, not the person. Hello. Well, now that my haircut is complete,
Spoiler alert.
we can talk about the rest of grooming and what we've learned from watching Queer Eye, what we've implemented into our own life. Why don't you start?
Okay, so I have never really felt like I'm very savvy or good at grooming. You can ask my mom. She is someone who almost like takes pride in not really knowing how to do hair. That sounds like a weird thing to say, but it's kind of true. Like growing up, I wasn't really sure how to curl my hair, and I knew that I couldn't really ask my mom for help, things like that. So I've never felt very like competent when it came to makeup, skincare, hair, any of that. And Jonathan Van Ness would probably be very horrified by that sort of thing.
I think it was more of like your mom was teaching like, don't be vain, kind of thing.
Right, and I got good lessons from it. It was like, no, you're beautiful and you're worth it just the way you are.
Which also Jonathan Van Ness would say.
Yeah, he would tell you that too, but then add on a level of like, oh, but you need to take care of yourself and you need to kind of like celebrate that you are that way. So pretty much like adding anything to my routine was an improvement. And I did a lot of things. Last year for Christmas, I asked Jacob to get me some like subscriptions to different beauty things. I tried out the Allure Beauty Box subscription as well as Birchbox. Birchbox is still going strong. I got a year of that, and then Allure I did for 3 months. That introduced me to a few different companies and creams and serums and face washes in general that I didn't even really know existed. And I found a few that I really like and kind of have incorporated into an everyday routine. It was kind of a fun way to like try things out and mix things up. And I really liked it. And now I do a skincare routine that Jonathan Van Ness would be proud of.
So I did a similar thing, because last Christmas you got me Birchbox for guys, also the GQ box.
We literally had this evening where we were just like, we bought like 5 subscription box things. And it was supposed to be for Christmas, but we just like bought them in front of each other for each other.
Yeah.
It was funny.
Well, pre-Christmas gift. I have not used it as much, to be honest.
Jacob's always like, what do I use?
Yeah.
Or just
But this is what I have learned so far, which is every day you should wash your face and you should put on sunscreen. That's like, sunscreen is like the #1 thing to put on your face. If you don't put on sunscreen, you may as well not put on anything else in the long run, apparently. And then kind of the order of putting stuff on in the morning, at least, it's like you put on moisturizer second.
okay, close one.
You put on anything else first, like a serum, whatever.
We wash your face first.
Well, yeah. Very last, you put on sunscreen. In the evening, you just wash your face. And the other thing that we actually have done that I think makes a difference is just like, I don't know if this sounds gross or whatever, but like regularly washing your sheets and your pillowcases. Maybe you forget to wash your face off one night, you're tired, whatever. That pillowcase is going to be dirty for the next however many days. until you wash it. And so like regularly washing that is also good. And then another thing I think is good is just like skin generally just needs to stay hydrated. So drinking a lot of water, but also we have, because we live in Arizona now and it's super hot and dry, we have a humidifier, kind of like an upgraded nice humidifier that runs in our bedroom pretty much 24/7. All those things I think like, helped out your grooming.
Totally.
And then for me, one other thing is I decided to kind of kick my electric shaver to the curb and get like just the normal blades. I got Harry's.
I didn't really realize that you made that change.
Yeah, well, you can't really tell except unless you're me. But it does get like significantly closer to your skin, so it feels nicer and you don't have to shave as frequently. That's the main upgrade, I think.
Yeah, and then also for me, I think that there's like taking care of yourself, and then there's like more the beauty side, and trying something different. Right now, my hair may not look that short to you, but this is the shortest I've ever had it.
Yeah.
And it just came from, like, I think that I, at some point, even decided that I look better with long hair, but it was just like wanting a change, wanting to mix things up. And I ended up liking it way more than I thought I would. So, yeah. Also, it really makes a difference in just like how you feel about yourself too. Like, it sounds cliche, but like,
I mean, that's the biggest thing from the show, right? It's like, if you wake up and you put time into yourself a little bit and you're happy with how you look, your confidence grows and your performance around your peers or whatever you're doing, like, improves. So, and now that I have had a whole year subscription of stuff and just have like GQ boxes
product filled up,
stacked, I can actually like start going through them and try them and see what I like the best and then get them regularly. And I'm going to do a whole video comparing the GQ box to the Birch box, so stay tuned for that. So how would you rate like grooming and Jonathan Mendes' like overall? Do you think like they're absolutely necessary to improve your life? Do you think it's like, oh, a nice bonus? Like,
I think that different people need it more than others, probably.
some people are more ugly than
No, it's like he may not even, it may not make a huge difference in just how you see them, but it's like in how you feel and in how you're taking care of yourself. And there are lots of things that I used to think were like really frivolous to spend money on, like a nice body wash or, you know, face wash. I had just like Cetaphil, and that's like the cheapest thing you can get, and they say that it's pretty good.
I don't know. There's something special about like your toenail clippers being in a case always.
And I think it is pretty good, but it feels like I'm taking care of myself that much more, or like putting my self-care needs a cut above when I'm using something else that like feels nice and a little bit luxurious, and I think it's made a difference.
Our motto, I guess, in our family is like spend money on things you love and don't spend money on anything else.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's worth a try. I think it's good to like feel confident, and I think you're right that like some people could benefit more than others from like treating this on a different level.
And I've also been, it's been interesting because I used to not really be that like religious with washing my face or even like small things like that, just like Jacob's not. But it's like once you turn it into a habit, now I feel like I can't go to sleep without washing my face.
Yeah.
You know, like now it feels like, no, this is something I'll do forever. This is a part of my life.
Step 1, Queer Eye complete. Super fun. Grooming. Thank you, Jonathan Van Ness. I ordered your book, which is still not shipped. But when it gets here, I'm going to read it and maybe I'll talk about it in the next one. So, until next week. Ciao.